Having a surreal moment. Yeah, that's my face. Hello. Hi, Brian. Right? Yes. Yeah. Hey, Az. How's it going? I'm okay. I'm good. I'm taking a break to spend time with you guys. It's good to take breaks. Hey, Justin. Can we have like a really nice night? Can we do that? I don't know exactly what that means. What do I mean by nice? What does that mean? I don't know. I want like... I want to feel warm and gooey. Ugh. You missed your vacations. Josh, hey. Thank you for being here. Yo, if you want, you can totally like relax this live if you want. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's so funny. I was really I was kind of, yeah, I was really sad to get your email. Not that, I don't know, I was like sad. It felt like, and I guess some other ways too. You know when it kind of feels like a certain chapter is closing? It felt like that. That's fine. New chapters are good. But so I appreciate you being here. Alex, hey, I do want to respond to your question on here. So I plan on doing that. Ugh, no, I feel like I brought the vibe down. No. How's everyone doing tonight? Slumber party? I actually feel, yes, I could use a slumber party. It's been a freezing cold winter. What are you talking about? Yeah, but Josh, like, it sounds like you're up to really good stuff. So, and also like, yeah. The fact that you've been with me for as long as you have, like, just helping me out in this way, no skin off your back, like, I feel like I'm not articulating things properly. I so appreciate the like, just like generosity you've given me. So thank you. If anyone else is at all interested in being a mod for these lives, let me know or hit me up, okay? Because, yeah. Slavek. Yeah, I remembered. I was like, how are you? I'm good. Oceans, hello. You ain't mod material? No, that's cool. I get it. Like, you can't really, well, I don't know what it's like. I've never been a mod. I have no idea. I would imagine, like, you can't really, like, just, like, watch passively. So, But, you know, anyone who's kind of like power hungry and likes to boot people off lives, um, anyone who like really likes to have a sense of control and use it judiciously, you know, let me know. Let's put those powers to use. It's the Chinese New Year. It's finally the new year, guys. I feel that a new chapter in my life will begin in March. Yeah? Just like you have a spidey sense, or is there something coming up? I feel like that too. I know that, like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm like coming to the end of a season. I feel like, I don't know, I felt like I was like in Bridgerton when I said that. I'm coming to the end of a season, stepping into like a new one. Good. But yeah, I always get a bit sentimental. What? Erica? Eric Angel? Is it Eric? Eric Angel? Hey, I don't recognize your name. You've been with me for a while. Thank you so much. I wish you luck. What's happening? What's going on? Immune cookie. Fire horse. What's fire horse? What's fire horse? Hi, Inia. I was looking up. I was looking up skincare stores in Japan. I was like, I should make a shopping list. But should I never shop when I go on trips, and then I'm like, what am I gonna buy? The internet exists. Like, what is this? Yeah, but I bought it in Japan. Does that mean anything anymore? I'm starting college again on March 2nd. Right, I know. I knew this. Bachelor's program in game development, starting with programming. So it starts in March. That's interesting. Are you excited? Good luck. You don't need it. Are you excited? I love school. I started learning Latin, guys, because I was like, this is sorely lacking for my education. Yeah. Skincare. I am as dry skinned as a cold-blooded iguana. Are you? But your name's Oceans. Oceans of spiders. Do you like skincare? We can talk skincare. I actually happen to know a lot. I am that person who's like, yes, tell me your routine, and I'll like have comments and suggestions, and I'll be like, that actually, I'll have like little like side like anecdotes about everything that you mentioned. And if I haven't heard of the product, I'm like, it's probably not worth it then. I did the Faith voice, did I? I did not mean to. What do you mean? What did I say? What did I say? You're excited but nervous at the same time. That's I mean, kind of a nice feeling. Something I started doing, for what it's worth. Guys, this is gonna sound like so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, but it's so simple. Okay, you know how like there's kind of an assumption that like whatever like your reaction to things are, like that's just like you can't fight it. Like you're not allowed to fight it. You're not allowed to like talk about fighting it. You're not allowed to like lie about it. It's just there. For good or bad, you just have to like accept it. Okay. I don't know if I've like ever mentioned this, but yeah, I literally just like started saying that like I don't get nervous. I think because part of what inspired it was like, again, I talk about assumptions a lot on here. We like assume that some things are just like, well, that's just how it is. That's just like a normal human response. That's how humans are. That's like what I am fated to experience for the rest of time. And I was watching an interview with Billie Eilish, and I don't even remember what she was talking about, but she said, kind of in passing, like, no big deal, in the interview, how she never gets nervous when she performs. I think it was something about like how she actually was nervous, which was really weird because she never gets nervous. She never gets nervous when she performs, excuse me. It was like this, like that's an option. You can just be like, you can just not get nervous. Like there's a ton of like, there's a ton of like pop stars or like just like people out there who just like, I don't care. Like there's no nerves there. Excuse me. That's an option. And so I started saying that. Yeah, it works. Like if you just decide like, no, I don't get nervous. So it like kind of maybe like it comes up and it's like, oh, this is a high pressure moment. We should be nervous. And you're just like, no, but I don't get nervous anymore. It works. Anyway, I'm just saying, if you wanted to like not be nervous, there you go. Take it. Nick Freeman, what's up, my man? I don't know why I said it like that. I feel weird today. What's my favorite tree? Actually, I really like a poplar tree because I just feel like it's really good to say. And it's like a poplar tree. Like, what does that even look like? Great question. Great question. What kind of tree do you like? In case you, I want to be like one of those people who can identify trees. You know? Look at this. This is a poplar tree. Look at that. Isn't that like, there you go. That's my favorite. I suddenly got nervous because I don't know if the chat is loading. So if you guys can let me know. I got flashbacks to when c'était impossible. Cherry blossom. A redwood. Yeah, okay. Those are better answers. I'm gonna stick with poplar though. Poplar. What a good answer. Alex, so I wanted you said I could respond on the live. Okay, so like I gotta, normally Wednesdays are light, but this can still be light, okay? I just don't feel like waiting till Saturday to answer an email. A question on an email. Hi, Stefan. Is it Stefan or Stefan? Oak tree. Excellent answer. Y'all are so attractive and smart. Okay, so someone wrote to me about like someone in their life who has very like specific things to say about how this person is living their life and the things that he needs to do. Okay. and how like those words or like those comments or that person's opinion is in a way like he hears it all the time, you know, and it's kind of haunting him. And I think most people understand that. Like most people have experienced something like that. And yeah, when those words like cut so deep and you just like you can't shake it and it just feels like like tied to every moment in a way. Like they're like watching over every moment or like watching over your shoulder, judging you, judging you, judging you, judging you. And you kind of, yeah, Alex, you kind of said it in the email, that you're like, I kind of agree with him. Yeah. So I would say like, yeah, the reason it bothers you is because you agree. It's because you agreed. And you keep kind of like wrestling with this idea that was presented to you through this other person. What I mean by that is like, I've said some things on here like, hey, you're perfect. You're perfect just the way you are right now, immediately. You're perfect. And like you specifically, your response was like, no. So obviously, like people can say things to you and you can just be like, bye. Like, no. So if someone else says something and it's stuck, it's because like you think you need to contest it in some way. You think like it's real in some way. You agree with it and you are agreeing with it. Even if like you're arguing against it, you're agreeing like with its kind of like power or like potential like threat to you or your life, right? And in a lot of ways, like it really is that simple. When you start like really getting a mastery of this, like you really can just like stop things in their tracks and be like, that's not true. Or like, I'm really not being kind to myself by engaging in this anymore. So anything that someone said to you that puts you down in any way, anything that is making you feel like ashamed or bad or like hopeless or whatever, anything that is not helpful to you, no, we're not going to engage in that. If it's motivation, if something about it, you're like, you know what, this is actually true. And actually what I want is like in alignment with what this person is saying. Therefore, thank you for putting like a fire under me. Yes, like I don't like to hear it, but actually there's something in what this person is saying that I want, that I'm not like claiming for myself. Fine. But again, like just go back to what you want. Is this actually helping me? Is this actually kind? Is this actually making me like, is this making me bigger or smaller? And what's a different way of thinking about it? And then literally it's just like wrong. Like you're just like wrong. If someone says the earth is flat and you're like, wrong. I don't care what you have to say. Wrong. It's really that simple. And then even like the reminder of those words come back, but you've decided something else. You're like, actually this. Then anytime like that memory comes back, it's just like reminder of like, yeah, but like I know who I am. I know who I am. And you love them and you give them grace. They just said some words at you. They just said words at you. People say words at you all day long. What do you actually think about those words? And you're the one thinking them. You're the one reacting to them. You're the one interpreting them. You're the one giving meaning to them. And if it's an opportunity for you to accept or reject. And that's good. It's good to get to redefine, to choose. To go, okay, this person thinks I'm that. Is that true? It's an opportunity. Is that true? What do I think? He's just a person thinking also, by the way. Like, and also just for what it's worth, like, you have reasons too of like why the person said that. You can also work with that. Like, why is he saying this? And you're already giving meaning to that. So give good meaning. Always give good meaning to everything in your life. Give meaning that builds yourself up. So if someone says something like vicious to you, what's the best way I can look at this? What's the best reason I can give to this? Even, I do this all the time. Even like, this person is going to regret saying this and they're going to apologize to me. Or like, he doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that. Or he's just saying this because he thinks that's the rule. Or like, give good meaning. He's going to say sorry after this. I really like that one. Like, he's going to apologize. Things are going to be like actually even better after this. This is going to be like a learning experience. Anyway, if you want more clarity on that, I can actually like respond to you. But yeah, when you actually like stop being so reactive to just like everything, and you actually learn that like you get to, how do I say it? It feels like you're finally thinking clearly. It feels like you're finally thinking actually about the world around you, as opposed to just like having knee-jerk reactions, defending yourself. As you're trying to, what language are you learning? It can be difficult, but also just tell yourself it's easy. Tell yourself like you're really, 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 really smart. You have an amazing memory and you grasp like new things really quickly. That will help you. That's what I'm doing. I'm from Canada. Micken, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. For it. Hey. Jared, hi. German? Yeah, not enough people speak, Germans speak German. But yeah, my dad speaks some German. Like, Alex, I don't know, if I was like on a phone call with you, I'd be like, well, do you think he's right? Like, that's immediately I would just say that. Like, do you think he's right? It's really that simple. He's just saying things. Is it true? Is it actually worth your time thinking about it? Again, I could like shower a lot of really nice things on you, and you would probably have no problem at all rejecting that. No problem. It's the same thing. The same thing is happening. So why do you accept the bad? Why are you like, ah, yes, thank you, yum, 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 to the bad? Why? You don't think he's right. Amazing. So, okay. Oh, he said that. Like, once upon a time, my brother said this. I don't know why he said it. He just said it. He probably forgot that he said it. It's not true. I said lots of stupid things. And like by declaring like what's not true, what is true? What is true? Horror movies and stories, walking through the woods at night. Yeah, I get that. Where are you walking through the woods? Hmm. Oceans. Thank you. Denker. Yo. Germany. Perfect. You need to, okay, Denker, can you teach Justin German? From Germany, where? Thank you. Everyone on here. Emotions are like currency. You should choose carefully where you invest them. Yeah. There's a million different things that one could put their attention on. Why are you going to put the attention on the things that aren't true and make you feel like bad? Make you feel bad. Why are you going to do that? And no one else is doing that. No one is like, hey, this. No one's actually doing that. You're doing that. What else is up, friend? What is up? I feel like it's been the same every week. I am probably finishing my book this week. It's very, very, very close. I'm really proud of myself. I don't know if it's just, what do I want to say? It's kind of like, okay, like the last stages of labor or something, like, okay, let's get it out. But I also feel like, I don't know, something like clicked for me, and it no longer feels quite as daunting. It feels like something I want to do, which is like, I wanted to do it, but it was kind of like this, it was more like tied to like a kind of discipline and grit and like follow through that I'm really good at. And now it feels like, it just feels like it's changed. I can see how people like might stay up to like 4 a.m. writing just because that's like their time. And I really wanted that, and I feel like I've kind of landed on that towards the end of this project, but that's what it is. There's just like a lot less pressure, and I'm also like discovering that I can write the tough stuff. Like there's certain things that I was really scared to attempt writing. It's not that difficult, and you know, everything is a skill, and you get better, you get more practice. And you can also just decide like, all that stuff I used to have trouble with, I'm really, really good at that now. And you just pursue that, and you just get interested in what would it be like if like that was actually the easiest thing for me. That thing that I find really hard, what would it be like if that was like, oh, I know how to do that. Oh, that's my thing. Yeah. That switch, if you're like, that's yeah, because sometimes like it's like just these little switches in your brain that you have like blocks around. And you don't realize actually how easy it can be to just like in the moment be like, you know what? No, I'm good at this now. Like, I know how to do this. What would it be like if like I knew how to do that? And I even just like, I do that with random projects all the time. Whenever I'm like struggling on like a certain section or something, it's like, what if actually this is like my standout section? What if this is my strongest moment? I'm just thinking of like when I'm like doing music too, or like acting or anything. It's like, what if the thing that I hate doing actually is like now my favorite thing? And what you discover is like suddenly that thing is like brand new. It like busts open because you give it like fresh like ingredients to work with, it busts open. Sometimes you like start approaching it in a new way. Sometimes you, like it's just immediate, I find at least. You start just like interacting with it and seeing it differently. And maybe you get help from like an odd direction, or it's just new to you now because now it isn't the thing that I struggle with that I somehow have to get through. And it's just because it can only be what it is, right? It can only be what you've designated it as. So instead, you can like, oh, I'm really, really good at this. And then you approach it from that perspective, and suddenly everything's new when you're dealing with that thing, right? Tanker, you're so cute. We should just do, no, we shouldn't do the live in German, but that comment makes me so happy. Time is a currency, a fellow bookworm. Yo. Yeah, are you a writer? Hildesheim. Oh, it feels like a village, but it's a city. Is it really picturesque? That's what I'm imagining. Is there any writers you tried to get inspiration from when it comes to writing style of your own book? I specifically have not been reading books in this genre. Because I can be very, is there a word for, is this a word like I can, chameleonistic, is that a word? I can be a bit of a chameleon and just like take on voices really quickly. I've specifically tried to stay out of things that are related to this in any way because I didn't want to steal. But like I do read every night and like I read a lot. So you can't help but start to like really observe writing when you're doing the thing yourself. You start to see how like different people handle different topics, or like you just like notice what people are doing. What I find kind of frees me up or has freed me up is like when you start to notice different styles and like they all work, you're like, oh, okay, I don't really need to worry about style. Just like the way that I want to tell the story, the way that like it naturally comes out, I'm sure that's fine because so many different styles do work. And even like when I first started, I was watching a lot of, it was probably like procrastinating. Really, it's procrastinating, let's be honest. I was watching a lot of just like YouTube videos on like writing tips. And it got me actually like really kind of too much in my head, I guess, about it. Because it was all these things like to avoid. It was like I was like prepping for a test, you know, like trying to like get it all perfect when I finally like went to write the thing. It made me feel like I was being productive. I don't think I was really being productive. And a lot of it was like very against purple prose. That's what they call it. So meaning make it like clean and sharp and avoid adjectives, avoid adverbs. People do not like adverbs, apparently. And there was just like a lot of like don'ts, like don't do this. And I found it kind of like froze me up. And the way that I write is very like I need to hear it. It's very like it's like music. Like it has its own rhythm, it has its own pattern. And yes, sometimes I want it kind of like flush and lush and maybe over stylized. Like sometimes I want that. I was describing this to a friend. It's like sometimes I kind of want it a bit crowded because my characters maybe feel a bit crowded in their heads. I'm like very rooted to character whenever I'm writing. Yeah, I mean, it is a lens, and sometimes like isn't that such a relief if like it's not this like, oh, I need to like solve me, and like no, it's just like a little tweak. It's like you're fine. You're totally fine. You're a healthy human being. You're like normal, normal, normal. You're just seeing it this way because no one said like, hey, you have choices. What's another way to look at it? You're seeing it a way that makes you like really upset. Is there any other possibility? on the table that we can like To Kill a Mockingbird in ninth grade. Chameleonistic. Yo, I full on got like a word of the day app because I was like, I want to be an annoying word person. Am I gonna see the Odyssey movie? I actually like that you asked me that. I don't know. What do we think? I love the Odyssey. I love it. I love it so much. It's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. I want to say it's really hard to do like Greek myth, like a movie adaptation. I did not like Troy. That didn't work, right? We all agree that didn't work. That didn't work. That was wrong. I also just feel like the Odyssey especially, like this is very hard to do in movies. Storytelling as its own function, like story within a story within a story in a movie, feels very hard to get across. I don't know what that is. And to me, the Odyssey is so tied up in the tradition of storytelling. And it's kind of like, I'm guessing they're not doing that. I would really like to see that well done. You love purple prose? Yo, yes. Let's bring back purple prose. Happy intention wordsmith with an overheated thought machine for a mind. Purple prose, you're so cute. Right? Like, I freaking love adjectives. I love words. Like, let's just like cram them in there. And also, I mean, like, they literally like have their own kind of like, that's also why like it's very, it's all about the sound for me. It's like the rhythm and the sound of the words themselves that I kind of want to like lean on and press against. It's very like textural, I feel like, reading a book. And also I kind of like really do believe that most words are, okay, again, what the hell's up with me, but like onomatopoeic, is that the word? Like they're onomatopoeias, meaning that, am I saying that right? They all like sound like what they are. So even if it feels like a big, like weird, fancy word that you have to put there, like the sound of that word is doing something to the text. I just really feel that. And yes, I know there's some writers that are like super clean and super dry, and that's its own thing and good. They don't want to like distract from this, like the story or the plot or the action. Fine, you're creating like your own atmosphere, your own like texture to the story, and it works. Obviously it works. I just want a lot of texture to deal with. I just want a lot of like things. I want a lot of things on the table. You know, I want it to be like a Sofia Coppola movie with like girl's bedroom. Thank you. You're not the biggest Nola fan. I saw like, yeah, I have watched the trailers. Okay, this is my, you know what I would have loved? I would have loved if they had cast like a bunch of like, for some reason, I feel like if they had cast a bunch of actors that we did not recognize, that would make it feel super fresh. And then we could focus on like the actual story of the Odyssey and not like, oh, it's Anne Hathaway. Like, I just want to focus on like, yeah, I just want to focus on Penelope and not Anne Hathaway's version of Penelope. I don't want that. I don't want this like, let's see what, it's Matt Damon, right? Let's see what he does. Like, I want a rediscovering of the Odyssey, and I wish they had cast some surprises. My Valentine, it was really good. What did I do? I did a live. It was busy. I did a live. I had a really good phone call. I did a crossword. I did a crossword from the, I did a very difficult crossword. And what did I do? And I wrote. That's all I do. I'm sorry. I'm not interesting these days. Most people consume stories to escape themselves. I disagree, but okay. I don't think it's escapism. Like, I don't... Anyway. It's interesting that you like to write them. Do you write because you feel you see things differently to most people and want to portray it? No. I know that's like what... That feels like... I don't know how to explain what that is. That feels very like Simon Sinek to me. Like, monetize your skill set. I probably do see things differently, but also I don't know. Maybe I see things the same. I don't know. How am I supposed to know how you see things? I often just like, I want to give life to a world in which I wish I lived in. Sure. And I want to, how do I want to say it? I want to see how far I can explore an idea, explore a character. I want to see how I actually feel about things. I just want to see what comes out. I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's like an idea and I just want to chase it down and see what's there. I want to take it to like its fullest extent of where it can go. But at least for me, in a lot of ways, like I want, I think sometimes people like view creativity as this like way to like express, I don't know, way to like give some like moral judgment or like way to like deal with trauma or like coping or something like that. I don't know. It's not like that for me. In a lot of ways, it's like, yeah, just like, where do you want to live? What's the world that like you want to get so wrapped up in? Because you are going to get wrapped up, that you actually like want it to exist in some way. Where do you want to put yourself? And how do you want to like, I do find that if I have some kind of messed up thought or feeling, it's like, okay, I'll like give it to a character and I'll have them process it for me in a way. I don't think you can really go in with an agenda though. I think it comes across as preachy. I think you have to be really humble and really honest. I think that's good writing. I think that's strong writing, when you're like willing to have people see something that maybe you're not comfortable with. And it in turn makes them feel seen. Alex, really? You love Poe? Again, Edgar Allan Poe is like not a world I want to live inside, like at all. But I can get that. Yes, you're right. Like, Once Upon a Midnight Dreary. Dreary is a great word. Anyway. It's inspiring you to write? Okay, good. Also, yeah, it's why like you can have ideas about writing And you have theories, and you have like, oh, the best writing is, or oh, my writing is about, like, you don't really know what you have to say, and you don't really know what the story is, and you don't really know who the characters are, and you don't really know the themes until you actually like show up to the match. That's the good stuff. All that thinking about it, it's fun, it's important, but the good stuff like happens in the moment. It just does. And it doesn't happen unless you show up. Like, you can have the best idea, the best idea. And I know, like, writing this, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what I have to do next. Okay, and it's a great idea. And then I write it down. This is like, every writer's gonna be like, yeah, I write it down and it comes out in a totally different way. And that's good. I'm glad. It's like, it's bigger, it's more substantial, it's like, it's more real than whatever idea I had. You just keep showing up to it, not like, I think music's very much the same way. Like, you have to like be with it, like you have to follow it through, you have to serve it, not like your ideas. And also hopefully like it will have kind of like more complexity and more depth than an idea that's very like stark and obvious, you know? Because everything's context. Everything is context. The most like horrible, depressing, like tear-jerking scene can fall flat if it doesn't have the right context, right? So you need all those moments that like you didn't plan. Like it needs to have life. It needs to feel like life. Do I like sympathetic or evil antagonists? Oh, interesting. Micken. This is such a chill live. Sympathetic or evil? I can turn like the most evil antagonist sympathetic though. They're all sympathetic now, aren't they? I guess I would say like, what's the purpose of the antagonist? That sounds so like, I like characters that are actually complex. However, it stops being complex too when it becomes kind of tropish and you're like, oh, and the villain has a sad backstory. Like, I don't know. You're like, okay, good for you. That makes me kind of just like wish we had a Cruella de Vil again. Like, can't someone just be like evil for the sake of being evil? I like actual like human beings, like complex characters. I think if you have someone who's just like evil, it just ends up becoming crazy. And crazy is very hard to relate to and feel for. It can be scary, but it also doesn't quite feel. It's scary, but it also doesn't quite feel scary because you're like, well, they're just crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, Voldemort is a bad villain. I don't know. There's just something there. And I also really like it when I kind of think the villain might win. I really like that. I don't, and I also like kind of see the villain's point of view. That's really good. That's really compelling. If you can make me feel like maybe the hero shouldn't win, that's really good. Utopian world. I loved writing, but I found myself in a loop of rewriting chapters and characters to give more depth. Yeah, I would say like, I mean, everyone's different, but don't edit too quickly. Let them, when you meet someone, they're not like, hello, let me tell you everything you need to know about me. Like, let your characters, let the chapters, let the story reveal itself. Let it be a mystery. Let as many things be mysterious as possible at the beginning. Really, really, really. That's good. That's tension. That's interesting. That's intrigue. Have it be like if you were getting into a relationship with someone and you learn a little, you see them like in a very small way, maybe like at first, and then slowly you get a bigger and bigger picture of who that person is, of who the story is, of who the characters are, right? Servant, not the ideas. You mean focus on the characters in the actual. I just mean like, and everyone's different, but I just really think that in lots of ways you don't actually know what you're writing until you actually sit down and like, you have an idea, you have like things that you want to hit because you think it's about that. But just in my experience, like your initial instincts are like actually kind of tame versus when you actually get into the thick of it and it starts revealing itself. And it kind of takes on a life of its own. And it's good that you have these North Stars to head towards, but suddenly you have like this depth of like a world and characters that kind of just like comes out, like just wants to come out. It's going to actually like breathe life and breathe meaning and like breathe into those first ideas. But focus on the writing. Like ideas are meaningless. And any like ideas are meaningless. I know that sounds a lot of people like fixate on the ideas like, oh, I have a great idea for a book, or like I have a great idea for a movie, or I have these ideas, and like ideas are really cheap. Ideas are really, really cheap. It's execution. It's meaningless unless you're able to carry it off. So like, okay, great. You have an idea. Go test it out. Like, okay, go be a scientist. Go see if it holds. Stefan. Or is it Stefan? Is it like Vampire Diaries? Do you have eyebrows like Stefan? Oh yeah, and like it's allowed to be a mystery to you. Like you're allowed to be like, I don't know who this guy is. Like you're allowed just be like, yeah. Anyway, that's the fun. That's the fun. Like, why do you keep reading? You're like leaving you're leaving breadcrumbs for yourself. I know that's weird to think of. That's what you're doing. You're like, okay, I don't know why, but this guy's like a hat. Okay. And then you're like, cool. I'm so glad that it, like he has a hat because then I can put that here and like da, 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 and it just keeps. Bruno, yo, what's up? Whoa, this hour went by so quickly. I hope this was interesting to someone. Is this just like a writing channel now? Is the character construction? What do you mean? Sorry. What do you mean? The character, sorry, yes, that was like really, what do you mean? The character construction. Again, I would say like, excuse me, it's not a Build-A-Bear. You don't have to know everything off the top. You have to have like some idea. And by the way, professional writers don't have an idea. And I would even say like as an actor, I'll just say like screenwriters, like you get a script for like an audition, they don't know who the character is. So you just start off with an idea. You start off with like a person in mind, a voice, an actor, a backstory, like anything. You just start and you just put them into like bad situations and you see how they react. That's all you do. Yeah, also a lot of people are like too kind to their characters. So just like, and have your characters make mistakes. Have your characters be bad at things. That's interesting. And also have like anyway. I could say a lot. But they're like you. They're like you. They are you. What's my favorite author? I don't really have a favorite author. Again, like I think they all work. That's really cool. That's really exciting. I think all the styles really work. I think also like writing can be incredibly demanding. I shouldn't say that, but it can be. And so like anyone who's actually a published author or who's like finished a book, you're amazing. You're incredible. And it works. Most of them actually work. You know what I mean? If I had to pick, okay, this is gonna sound, who's my favorite author? I'm like looking around at books right now. I don't know if I have a favorite author. I have like favorite books. I don't have one. Nope, I don't have one. I would say that like, I like when people have really distinct, like, I probably like when it's a bit more, it's not that like it's smart, but you know when it feels smart, you know when it feels like nutritious. I do prefer that over something that feels fun and very accessible. Like I'm just thinking of like Taylor Jenkins Reid that like my sister loves, and I admire her books, but I always feel like I'm eating cereal for dinner. I really like her characters, but I feel like the substance is a bit, you know. You know. I honestly can't think right now. I'm like, Donna Tartt, sure. She's my favorite. I don't know. Bruno, amazing. Yeah. Like you just start from a place. Danker, what do you mean like cheap? Also, I think this idea of like, I have to monetize it in some way. Like, what is that? Not everything has to be a business. Anyway. Woo! If you enjoy writing and like you think someone else would enjoy it. Do you like it? Do you like what you've written, Denker? Like you said it's cheap, but do you like it? I think some people are like afraid to admit that they like their own work. Like they're way too hard on themselves. What's the last book that really stayed with you for a long time? My year of rest and relaxation was really good. Yeah, that one still stays with me. I don't know what that says about me. I really like that one though. And I was so like it's such a dark and kind of cynical book. I was worried about it because I don't like, I should like slowly back away. I don't like depressing books. Like I hate when the ending sucks. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm like, why? Why did you have to do that? I hate when they're like, oh no, the ending has to be sad because life is sad. No, excuse me. Life isn't sad based on what? Like things do work out for people. Anyway, and also like, I don't care. Why did you have to do that to me? She doesn't do that. Otessa Moshfegh. Yeah. That's a great book. It's a weird ride. And I really am curious of how she got the concept. As you want to be a writer and an actress at the same time. Cool. Do it. I just say it's worthwhile. Like, it's just worthwhile, guys. Like, I'm just thinking if people are like, like I have an idea or like I want to do it. I don't know. Today I was like looking back through things and it's crazy because you forget what you've written. You're kind of keeping it all in your head, but not everything, and you've kind of forgotten, and then you go back and you're like, oh yeah, that was like a month ago, but it feels like, because you've been like with the characters. And just to have this actual real thing that is so much more than an idea. Do you know what I mean? It's so much more. So actually write the words. It's kind of like, oh, I want to have a child someday. It's not that, but like, yeah, I'd like to have a kid someday. And that's like an idea, right? And maybe you have like pancakes on Sundays, or I don't know what little like fluttering like things you have in your head. But then like the actual like human being is gonna be like so much more complex. And you don't get that unless like you have it like dirty. Get dirty. Get dirty with writing. Let it be like really like weird and messy and bad at times, but like make it real. Make it like the Velveteen Rabbit, you know? Like love it. Show up for it every day. And for what it's worth, like this is true for everything, but like it's absolutely true for like any artwork, like any art medium or whatever form of expression you do. Just like it's not about being perfect. It's not about monetizing it. It's not about like, I don't know. It's about like showing up and seeing what happens and being in it, like in the experience of it and giving yourself over to it. Like just like, yeah, it is a kind of love. And you get back what you put in. Yeah, I gotta go too. That's cool, Denker. I mean, if you ever felt like going back to it, real. I would just then say like put something real in them. Like again, if you have the discernment of like this is real, this isn't, then like give them something. Have them like say something that feels real or like risky. Like make them a bit more, I don't know, then put like weirder things in or have them say like weirder things or have them, I don't know, make it a bit like messier then. Like have them risk more. That's what it feels like. But I haven't read it, so I don't know. And I think like treat them like they're real then. Like start with that first. Like treat them like they're real. Like they're not characters. And see what they do from that place. Like stop trying to like think them up. Does that make any sense? Stop trying to like make them up. Like, oh, I have to make up a character. Think of it more like they're already there. They're just like waiting for you to stop like trying to make them trying to like magic them. Fatal is here. Yo. Do I eat organic? It's already 8:08. I'm gonna go. My flower shirt, thank you. I eat organic if like I happen to buy organic, but I don't really care. Yo, you do music? If you go back to your writing and you're like and you start up again, that's amazing. But you do music, okay. That's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go. This has been like so, I don't know, like relaxing. Thank you. I don't know, it's been really like nice. That's what I wanted, right? So yeah, I will be going live on Saturday at noon, and something I did like this past month that really worked out was like I had a theme and it was kind of like a series. So I want to try doing that again. There was like a series on love and I want to try doing that again, but I'm trying to think of like a new theme that I could pick. If any of you have any ideas, feel free to email me. People tend to be able to find me. It's like on my YouTube, I guess, somewhere. Anyway, email me or like write me a comment. But yeah, I'll be going live. Bye, Josh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be going live Saturday at noon. And then, yeah, Wednesdays at 7. Tanker, thank you so much for being here. Bruno, thank you. CG, yo, I would love to talk about outer body experiences. Maybe next time. Okay, bye, Alex. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. Bye.